Hi friends, Merrideth Jiles here with Backyard Basics. And today we're going to talk about terrariums and how to make your own. The art of terrariums actually dates back to Victorian England. It did see a big resurgence in the 70s when I was a kid, and now we're seeing a comeback here in the 2000s. Now there's 2 or 3 different types of terrariums you can make. Generally they're made in some type of a glass bowl, but you can also do them in a plastic bowl or something of that nature. But the 2 main types we're going to have are going to be an open terrarium, where it actually allows air to come out, or a closed terrarium such as this that actually is closed and keeps all its moisture and air inside. Now one thing we've seen a lot of are people combining the trend of succulents and terrariums to make a succulent terrarium. And if you're going to do that, you definitely want to do an open type so that it can get enough fresh air and breathe. But with any of the other small tropical plants that we use, you can actually do the closed type terrariums like this one or this with these ferns or something along those lines. So making a terrarium is really very easy. You're going to start with some kind of a container. I've chosen a nice glass bowl here today, and I'm doing an open one because it's a little easier to demonstrate with. Now terrariums, to be successful, really need to be built in layers. So our first layer is going to be some kind of an aggregate. Today we put some pea gravel in the bottom. And then the next layer we're going to add is actually going to be some charcoal. Now the charcoal layer doesn't have to be very thick, it's just a thin layer, but this will actually help to absorb any odors or things like that that might occur. Now one vitally important part of making a terrarium is that we're actually going to use what is called a soilless mix. Now I know that sounds kind of strange, but a soilless mix is actually a potting soil that doesn't have any dirt or compost or anything like that in it. It's all inert material. That way, if it does stay moist, you're not going to have problems with things starting to decompose too quickly, rot, and make smells and things like that. So we've got a nice soilless mix here. And we're just going to add a small layer of that in here. And really from here, it's kind of like potting just about anything. We've got our soil in there. We're going to take 2 or 3 different plants. I've got a nice little peperomia here that we'll put right in the front. You know, like any kind of mixed planter, we just want to make sure that we build it up in layers. We want to make our shorter plants out towards the edge and our taller plants in the middle. Nice strawberry begonia here. This guy will look really nice. And then finally, we got this Nepenthes here. And we'll put him right in there. And now, of course, if we needed any more soil, we'll just pack that in around there. We're going to water this just like we would water most things. We're going to let it dry slightly between waterings. The nice thing about a glass container is you can actually see how much water's in there. One vitally important thing is always start with less water and add more if you feel like you need to. If you put too much water in, you can't get it out. I like to use a little mister or something like that. I think that's a great way to water them. So making a terrarium is really fun and simple. Anybody can do it. There are lots of different options available to you. My name is Merrideth Jiles, and this is Backyard Basics. Have a great day.